Sorry,
Okay, so
okay.
Are you sure I'm on?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, I'm not seeing anything, but if you guys are seeing anything, hello.
There's two people on. Where?
Do you see something?
No,
I do.
I don't.
Oh, you see something? Yeah, it's been a year since we've done this.
So, and we're not.
Oh yeah.
We are not computer savvy at all. We have the girls helping us.
Wait, you probably got to go on the. Oh,
Go to your subscriptions.
let's see. Let's see if I can figure this out. No.
If we have any questions, you guys can actually start typing questions, and the girls are gonna read them to us.
Elijah and Lucy say hi.
Hello.
How come I can't see it on here?
I don't know.
Robert says hi from North Carolina.
Oh, hello.
Oh wait, I know why. You were in the just
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And you see Pikachu. Oh goodness.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I think I figured it out. You'll be able to. The girls are gonna read the question. You guys are gonna read the question.
Oh, Vicky said hello. I don't want to be rude, but I want to read to say, and Mark's on here. So hi, Mark and Vicky. And Lucy
Oh, I
said,
gotta watch how it's delayed. I'm looking at it.
Happy New Year. John French said hi guys. Happy New Year.
It's been exactly 14 months since we've done a live.
I know,
Rachel. You are very bad.
that is very bad, and we are very sorry. And we just always have so much going on. We always say that we're gonna do lives, and then I don't know. You know, life takes over.
Look, she's creeping
She
over there
consumed
toward his
it.
bone, right? She ate the whole bone?
She ate the whole bone. Oh my goodness. So we tried giving the dogs a bone
Jovi.
to keep them occupied.
And she's gonna sneak up on Mel, so you might hear Mello.
Yeah, he
get a
might.
little
That's the
aggressive
only
for
time that he will like actually growl or bark is when she's around his food.
She consumed that whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this
So
might
hopefully
be a
you
little
guys are
delayed.
hopefully you guys are having an awesome New Year so far.
Yeah.
It's 2021.
I know. I can't believe, and hopefully it's just a better 2021 for everybody. That would be great.
What?
Someone asked, "What's your name?"
Oh, this is Rachel and I'm Carl. If you guys are new.
Oh, okay. So if you don't know our names, yes, I'm Rachel and Carl. Hi, what is your name in the green shirt? Yes. So I thought I saw Trayvon comment before. So maybe he's just newer and he hasn't heard us. Maybe he just knows you by the employee
Probably.
and the boss.
But yes, I am Carl, so
Are you all going on a trip or staying home? So we are staying home. We have been staying home. We did take a quick little getaway that you guys saw to a cabin. Yeah, Gatlinburg. But very family. We just stayed, just us.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 children. So we're trying to keep them as healthy as possible, of course. We actually just got word today that the gold ticket that we did in the summertime, right? That was the summer.
yeah, the gold ticket hunt, the
Yeah.
hunt for a treasure. It's treasure hunt, kind of like the Willy Wonka's treasure hunt.
Yeah. So they're doing another one in 2021, and we are going to plan on doing them. So we're not sure which state yet. The girls definitely said that they wanted to do North Carolina again. And we're thinking maybe Georgia this time.
Yeah, we found a nice place in North Georgia.
So yeah, so we definitely will still stay, I guess, social distancing away from, family and friends, and just stay, because it's 6 of us. So we just have to make sure that we stay as healthy as possible so Carl and I can continue to work.
Mm-hmm. They're
So
really going down on them, though.
Stacy said hi. And if hopefully I'm saying this correctly. Andon, I'm starting a lawn care business in the spring. Well, good luck. Oh yeah, John said that he saw that it's coming again in February too, the gold ticket hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys will be able to participate in this next round. It's not for the candy factory this time, but it's for, I think, still $5,000, right? Is the ticket price? So
It was fun, so
What do we do at home? Like, what do you mean? What type of hobbies or activities do we do?
Well,
at home?
obviously, if you guys have been watching for a while, if not, if you guys are new, we do a pretty decent sized garden.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna get more into it this year. We want to get more into the cut flowers and planting a lot of flowers, still vegetables and stuff. That's why if you guys have been watching some of the newer videos I put up with the worm, we're making worm bins for worm compost.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff like
it's not
that.
really new dabbling into the farming. Since we've moved into this house, the first couple years I actually couldn't go out and help Carl with the lawn care and landscaping.
If you guys see any questions that pop up, just if we're talking.
Yeah.
any-
So if we're just answering one, then just let us know if you see another one.
Okay, there is another one.
Okay. So we started the business in 2010, and then of course we had younger children. And when we first moved into this 1 acre property, we are renting. When we first moved, it was 2015, I think.
Yes.
So 2015 was the first year that we farmed, and I still was home with the kids, and Carl was out doing the lawn care and landscaping.
And looking back, because we've been looking back the last couple of days, because we're getting ready to plant all our seeds and stuff.
Yeah.
Looking back, that was the best year of crop, I think.
Yeah,
we had.
like 2016 and 2017, I think, were our very best years, and we actually even had the girls set up a little farm stand. So, okay, is there another question?
Robert Matthews asked, do the standers bother the lower part of your leg? He's looking to get one.
Rachel would be able to answer that. She does the stand-on mower. She mows 90% of the time. I do the weed eating, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have no issues at all with the standers. I love standing. I love having that control of standing. I just feel like I have more control of the machine. And if you guys don't know this, it is actually healthier, I think. Like, studies have shown and proved that it's healthier to stand.
And another note, I used to walk behind all the time, the 48 with the Velcro on it. And my knees don't really bother me. I mean, I've had issues with my knees from when I was in the Marine Corps, and that was it, just the one, but it hasn't bothered me lately. So I imagine if you're using a walk behind with a Velcro, if you go to a stand-on mower, especially the ones we use, they have really good suspension, so.
And the platform that you stand on, I mean, obviously when I'm on the Z1, I think that I'm a little bit more shakier on the Z1. It's not
The
as-
wheelbase isn't as
Yeah,
wide.
I guess it's not as
More
sturdy,
rigid.
I want to say. And then the Z1, I mean, I have already flown over potholes or like groundhog holes, they dig and I don't know, it's crazy. But like I've already flown up and actually jumped off the platform and landed. And that doesn't even hurt like my knees or anything. Like I think it scared me more like, oh my gosh, I could have flown off the machine, but
And if you guys have been watching a while, you know she drives it at the full highest notch because when I get on it, I drive it at number 2 and she says I drive baby speed.
I can't mow straight if it's on baby speed. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Shaky camera.
Yeah, I got excited about like I really cannot mow when it's on baby speed. I think that it's just easier. Okay, is there another question?
Trayvon asked, how much do you guys get paid, and also what state do we live in?
We live in Western North Carolina,
Yeah.
and our lawns range anywhere from $30. 30 is our lowest, or is it 35 now?
I think that we might have like a few clients that have been with us for a really long
About
time.
10 years, and 10 years, and they're pretty low. And
They
then,
just have like tiny yards. But for the most part, I think we raised our minimum up last year to 40.
yeah, and then I think most of our accounts are between 50 and 70 to mow. And
Now,
then
as
we
far as how much do we make, are you asking like this is all we do, lawn care and
They asked how
landscaping.
much you make in lawn care.
For the year,
Yeah, I think that's what their
I think
general
that's what
question
they're
was.
asking. I don't think that they're asking per lawn. We are in the 6 figures.
yes.
Between Carl and I, we do all the work. We have how many clients?
We have now 42 between 42 and 48 accounts. We ended the season with. So yeah, we're over six figures, put it that way. And
Yeah. And now we also do, treatments like Carl went and got his license, and he is a North Carolina licensed applicator, which we highly recommend.
yes, there's a lot of money in fertilizing, aeration seed if you're doing cool season lawns. We bought the stand-on aerator a couple years ago. It's paid off now,
Yeah.
and that's tenfold made us money.
Yeah, so we don't just do lawn care. We also try to put in landscaping. And this year we did actually downsize our mowing accounts so that we could take on more landscaping.
Yeah, 2019 we had I think 80 something accounts, and then we ended this year with 40 something, and that was done on purpose. And then we might dwindle a little bit more off, so we're around 40. And hopefully most of them are full service.
Yeah.
Because we do want to spend more time farming and stuff, because that's what we want to do in the future. I mean, we're not spring chickens. We're not going to be able to mow lawns until we're 60, 65 years old. So to have our own farm and our own way to make income that way, that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah. Any other questions, girls?
David Riley asked, when he seeds again next spring, should he mix something else with his tall fescue seed?
No, I would not mix anything with the tall fescue unless you're going to do a bluegrass.
Yeah.
You could put a little bit of bluegrass in it. And just remember, if you are seeding in the spring, you cannot put a pre-emergent down unless you wait until the seed germinates and then spray it on or put it afterwards.
So, actually, our recommendation is we don't normally seed. If we seeded in the fall for that client, you should have a good stand of seed and you should be fine.
Unless you have a bad year. We had one year where 2 hurricanes came through and
Right after we seeded, yeah. So, but if you have grass growing and a good stand of grass, a good rule of thumb, I guess, is that if there is a spot that is
bigger than your hand, bigger than your fist, it's not going to fill itself in with fescue.
Right.
You're going to have to put some dirt.
But it may be more beneficial for you to treat with just pre-emergence in the spring and just get on that routine of just seeding every fall, just because it does give it that better opportunity for the roots and stuff too. When you seed in the spring too, you have a lot of die-off once summer comes.
Yeah, unless you have a sprinkler system and you can consistently give the lawn water, then you can seed in the spring and have good success. But if you get into a drought and you can't water the lawn, then it's gonna die off if it hasn't rooted good enough before the summer heat comes.
Sorry.
And this year we've had awesome. Hopefully everything's smooth.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we gotta
doing.
get rid of-
Yeah, no, I'm doing something else. So
Oh, okay.
keep talking.
But yeah, so your best is in the fall, but if you hadn't gotten to it or you're trying to fill some spots in, you can. But the most important thing is you can't put a pre-emergent down, then try to seed, because your seed ain't gonna come up. So the best bet is just to spray with a 2,4-D afterwards or a post-emergent. This is mellow.
They can't see him.
Okay.
You can see his head.
Are there?
Dave Buchanan asked if Carl can say water. He's from the Northeast also.
Water?
Yeah.
So it is quite funny, actually. If you guys don't know this about us, also, we are originally from New Jersey. We both grew up in southern New Jersey. So I grew up in Medford. He grew up in Pemberton.
Right near Fort Dix McGuire Air Force Base?
Yeah. I also have Philly though, I also have family in Philly. So that's where that Northeast accent, I guess, comes in.
Yeah.
So I do say water. He says water. Half of our children say water. Half of them say water. Half of them are Eagles fans.
Half of them are Giants fans.
And half are Giants fans. So yes, that is kind of funny.
Mello, don't mind us. Mello's over here butted in. He wants to be on
Yeah.
camera probably.
He just loves love. He acts like he's so needy, like he never gets love. But again, there's 6 of us in this house. He gets plenty of love.
Trayvon asked again how long you guys have had YouTube, I think.
We've
And
been doing
then
it, I think, 3 years now. Right? Almost 3
I
years?
think
A little bit
so.
more than 3 years.
It might even be 4.
they're talking about
Yeah, it
years.
might be.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
even sure.
Yeah, we kind of lost track. But if you go back, Lawn Commander said he's gonna mow till he's 100. I know you will, Stacy. Probably
No.
Carl too.
Now I'll still mow. I don't want to be mowing 40 to 60 accounts because when you guys see, we had plans last year to do certain things with the garden, and I don't get to them. And we really enjoy that, and that's what I want to do. But I think I'll still be mowing at least for another 20 years, probably. Maybe we'll see. Maybe by then they'll have mowers that mow for us, not the slow ones.
Trayvon again asked, what age did you guys start lawn care and landscaping?
32, I was.
Yeah.
We moved here from Jersey, packed up everything, and moved all the way down here. And like 2 months before we got here to this city, we decided we wanted to start a lawn care and landscaping business.
Yeah. So, and we do have actually a video if you look back on how we started our lawn care business. We both did something else in Jersey, and we came down here with like hardly anything, just enough for rent for 6 months.
You might have to get his water and bring it out
Yeah.
here.
Rent for 6 months and enough to like just start a small lawn care company. I think that you started with a push mower.
A push mower,
Yeah.
all from the box store, push mower, blower, and a weed eater. It was an Echo weed eater, a Husqvarna blower, and a Toro push mower.
Yeah. And that was in 2010.
And when I could finally get a new mower, it was a riding mower, and it was one from what, rental or
Like a
Aaron's,
rental place.
rent-a
Yeah,
place.
like a rental place.
It was a Pullman. Was it a Pullman? I think, or
I
I
don't
don't know.
even
It was
know.
some riding tractor. I remember driving it
Mm-hmm.
for so long. We used it, and I was going down the hill. The front wheel fell off. It was fun.
Yeah. But again, that's just what you have to do starting up.
Especially where we started.
Yeah.
Like we said, we still had 3 kids to raise when we moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
We had no family within 300-400 miles.
No.
We had to do it all on our own, and
Well, and
and
I
going
was
hold on,
doing.
and going into winter. It was August 5th when we started the business too.
Yeah, it was August 5th, and again, I was home just doing office stuff and advertising, and he was going out and doing all the work.
And
like
we ain't gonna
everything.
lie, it was a struggle for the first few years.
Yeah.
It was a struggle.
Rocco's on here too.
Oh, cool. Hey, Rocco, you guys getting any snow up there?
So there's probably so many people that
So-
are on here that we should be saying hi to, and just.
Well,
hi,
you go
everybody.
through, and if you need to say hi to them, I will. But Rocco, you guys got hit by that big storm up there. I've been watching the weather because I'm a weather geek, and they're saying, the weather person I watch is saying that mid-January to the end of January, we might have some southern sliders down here and some pretty nice snowstorms, at least 1 or 2. Then we want the warm weather. I'm ready to get out there and do mulch in February.
Yeah, I think he's saying maybe Sunday night. Did he answer?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Top Flight said you just need good employees. So do you want to talk about that a
Okay.
little bit?
So last year, I was gung-ho about the whole for the longest time, about building the business, hiring employees, having a couple of crews.
I already knew about employees because if you guys don't know this, I used to operate a daycare center. So I had employees under me.
So we decided to change the business to an LLC, from a sole proprietor to an LLC S Corp. And that's where we went because we were going to hire, we were going to do all that when the time was right. We wanted to be all ready.
Yeah.
Well, the pandemic hit.
Well, first we started looking into workman's comp insurance.
And
that you
all
have
the
to have.
all the ins and outs, and it ended up being to where I said to her, we make pretty good money, we're comfortable.
Yeah.
Once we get some of our debt from the business paid down, we'll be golden. But that's from us moving here with nothing and everything. But
It's been years.
That's another story.
Years in the making. Yeah.
So we're comfortable, and you guys know if you've been watching us, we're not like most well-run lawn care companies where we get up at 6 in the morning, we're ready to be out at 7. That's not how we want it. We want to be able to kind of start when we want to. We
Again,
have 4 kids
yeah, we
that
have 4 kids.
now have not been in school or seen their friends in a year now since March. They've been at home.
Well, and if one wakes up with you know, a fever, God forbid, or you know, whatever, we just need to be able to be flexible, and that's why we started our own business, so that we could be flexible.
And I know that we can hire employees and find some good employees because I'm a good employee for the most part.
Yeah.
But we do want to shift into a pick your own raised bed farm market, a huge market where you come pick your own vegetables, flowers, there'll be stuff set up. That's what we're building to 10 years down the road or
And then
whatever it
at that
comes.
point, we're
Or
gonna have to hire employees. But at this point, it just started to get to be the expenses of hiring an employee.
To me,
with-
it wasn't worth the profit
Exactly.
right now.
You know, so it was gonna cost us an extra, just say, you know, and we figured out the numbers then, and I don't quite remember them, but it was gonna cost us an extra $6,000 a year to what, maybe make an extra 20, and then after paying him, or
And have to deal with
even
all the hassle, and I know it can
him
be
or
done.
her, I guess I should say, because we would have hired no matter.
And then being us, we social distance and everything with the pandemic that hit. It
Yeah,
would've been,
then once the
it would have
pandemic.
been harder to have an employee because we don't know what them employees are doing.
So
we don't
now
know what
we're
they're doing.
now we're stuck in an S corp. For the next 5 years, we're stuck in an S corp, from what we understand, and I'm not so sure that an S corp is what is right for us. They do say that once you are over 6 figures, then yes, you really should, because
And our net income
and talk
is
to
over
a
six.
CPA. We are not, you know, we do not put ourselves off as giving you business advice as far as taxes go or anything like that on how you should run your business. Everybody is different, and what works for you may not work for somebody else or for us. So go talk to a CPA.
And if I'm sure I'm right, if you're bringing home more than 100 and something and you go over that, I guess Social Security, all them taxes, then it's good to be in an S corp then because you're not paying them extra taxes.
Yeah.
But I don't. The accountant we went with, we no longer use, and I got to figure it out myself this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna become a
Okay.
tax accountant.
Yeah, he's gonna try.
I did
So-
it when we were sole proprietor every year, no problems. But it's a little different with the S corp.
And we absolutely want to say thank you to everybody that's saying that they enjoy our videos.
Yes.
We never expected this.
We enjoy making them. I enjoy recording them. I'm like paparazzi. I have
He
cameras
loves it.
everywhere.
He
Rachel
loves
has no
it.
idea.
He loves editing, and I'm glad that he does it in our bedroom, so at least I see him. We still, you know, hang out.
Yeah. So
But any other good questions, girls? And I don't know if, I think somebody did ask who you guys hear behind the camera, and that is our daughters, Kayla and Paige. And if you don't know, they both actually have channels, and we'll link them, right? Can you figure out how to link them?
right now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can
Well, I don't know if you can do it now. Maybe you can.
So, but yeah, we'll figure out we do that.
Trayvon asked, what earbuds do you guys use when you guys are working?
Okay.
Now, because I record on everything, I use just the ear protection 99% of the time, unless I'm time lapsing. We used to have the Treb Labs, but they're not for lawn care and landscaping.
We've tried everything. Honestly, we have tried everything, and
You just
it's very difficult, and we actually finally just broke down. I believe that somebody's been telling us for a long time. We just broke down and ordered 3Ms.
the Bluetooth
So,
ones,
yeah.
so we can pair with the phones.
Yeah, so we'll let you guys know. But we have
We've
tried
had 'em all, right?
different types of Bluetooth.
And we end up going
Ear-
back. We end up going back to the Apple, the ones you plug in your ears.
And I know that they're not the best hearing protection.
No.
So we'll let you guys know how the 3Ms work. There might even be people in the comments that can let us know, you know, what the best hearing protection is.
Well, I know people use all kinds of different ones.
I know.
It's just I didn't think I'd like
Who
the
is
ones
that,
that go over your
Jovial?
ears.
Yeah, with the-
Yeah, don't mind Joe. She's chewing on her bone at the door.
Yeah, we're trying to keep her occupied. If you guys don't know, Jovial is our coonhound puppy, and she is just a little over a year.
We adopted her from GIE.
Yeah, GIE 2019, and she's crazy, but she is definitely
If you don't want a
a
dog,
lovable ball of energy, I
if
guess.
you want a dog that doesn't bark, don't get the
Don't get a
coonhound.
coonhound, no. Coonhounds definitely bark a lot.
Robert Matthews asked, what insurance provider do you use? He wants to go full time, but health insurance is holding him back.
Health insurance is a tough one. Health insurance is one of those that you are going to pay a lot of money for. There's just no for the whole 10 years that Carl and I have had our own business. We have not had a great insurance.
We've gone 5 years without insurance.
Yeah, we've gone times without insurance because we just couldn't afford it. And then we are on the, I guess, healthcare exchanges.
Yeah, health market or something.
Yeah. So we are on that, and we do have an insurance plan. Is it the best? I don't know. You know, like, but we do have at least doctor's visits, and you know, God forbid if something happened, we.
Yeah, it's probably not the cheapest. I mean, it's got high deductibles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but if there was an easy, I know that is holding a lot of people back. To be honest with you, is health
Yeah.
insurance. And especially when Carl and I started this business, we were coming from great, fantastic health insurance that everything was covered to nothing. So it was very difficult the first.
Yeah,
couple
when I
years.
worked for a company, but that was way back in the cabinet shop.
Mhm.
They paid almost all the insurance.
So my biggest motto is just try to stay healthy, like eating healthy, drinking healthy, and all that good stuff. But
The best you can.
yeah,
And as far as for business insurance, we go through. Who is it we go through?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they were asking
Oh.
for health insurance because that is what holds most people back. Is
Yeah.
that is you know you hear, well, I want to go full time, you know, but. And yeah, you can't compare to these big companies can offer you health insurance that covers everything. Oh, sorry, that was just Flash, our cat.
Decided he
So
wanted to
if
jump
it-
up on the.
Got a little shaky. You know, I lost my train of thought.
Health insurance.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if we had to go to the doctors, then we're paying 40% because
Mhm.
our health insurance does not cover fully like it did when we had
So you try.
group.
So
group
you
health
try
insurance.
not to get hurt.
Yeah.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, just be
make
safe.
sure you're doing things as safe as you can, and try to be aware of things around you. I mean, knock on wood. In 10 years, I haven't been hurt doing this. Maybe little tiny cut.
Well,
Nothing
no,
that
you
ever
have to
needs
try
stitches.
to. Yeah, we just have to try to be as
Be
safe
as
as
careful as possible.
Blades of Grass said, "Hello, Happy's family."
Hey, you guys are still.
Jump.
Are you guys still mowing down there in Georgia?
We're a big fan of you, Johnny. So, yeah, I'm sure that there's.
I mean, I know they're warm season. You guys have been well below average in temperatures down there, so that's got to hurt the grass.
Larry McGowan, I think, I don't know how to pronounce that, said when you guys do mulch jobs, Carl usually starts by using the line trimmer to define the edge. Why do you do that before the spade edging?
So I am going to do an actual video on how to do all that in detail, but I do that to get my mark to figure out. I like to, and if you edge it with the weed eater, you can step back and look at the design of the bed, and if you don't like it, you can change it, and the grass will grow back in that weed eated edge that you put down. So it'll make it that way I can see my design pretty much. See if I like how the bed does, because if I spade the bed out and have to go back and I don't like it, it's not going to be. I'm just not going to like it. So that makes
Minnesota
me.
Lawn and Landscape is on too.
But I am going to do a detailed video about spading, prepping the beds, and everything. Yes, Paige?
Oh, money making Mike said Carl's edges are freaking fire.
You know, I learned that when I was in Jersey. I worked with a guy, and I did mulch beds for the first time, and he taught me how to spade all the edges and stuff. And ever since then, I've always spaded edges in my bed.
Yeah.
We won't take on any jobs that they won't. Like if they say, well, if I don't want the bed spaded, will you do it cheaper? We don't take on the job. We say that that's part of the mulch quote that we give. Only because it does. It makes a huge difference. I mean, the only other thing that's a good border is I like natural rock as a border.
Yeah, natural rock's pretty.
The plastic stuff, I try to get people away from that.
He actually gets our clients to rip it out.
Yeah.
There actually hasn't even been times where he's asked clients if he can rip it out. If they go with our mulch quote, and
I just rip it out.
yeah, we tell him that we put a well-defined natural edge on the beds, and he'll just rip. I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's like the plastic. It looks cheaper. Oh, now the big
Now
beast
that's-
is getting up and shaking.
Yeah, no, that's Melly. Sorry about that. So,
Oh, and I guess we should mention the website that the girls set up.
okay, so yeah, do you want to? Don't kick me.
He's
That's
pawing.
not nice. Yeah. So he like will take his paw, and when he wants something or he feels like he's not getting enough attention.
And this is Mello. He has his own channel, which Paige runs. It's her channel, Mello's Adventures.
Yeah. So this is sad. John said he's gonna have to get out of the business, doctor's orders, but my son is going to take over.
Oh, that's nice. You can give him all the tips and everything.
Yeah, I mean that
Just
is,
guide
and
him.
I think that he was helping him this year, right,
Mhm.
at the end of it. So that's awesome that at least you have your son, and we're really, really hoping that at least one of the boys wants to follow, and the
Yeah,
girls
because-
are telling
because-
us no.
Because to be honest with you, the girl Kayla's going to college to be a doctor, so
Yeah,
she's not going to want to run the lawn care and landscaping business. She's already graduating and leaving us.
yeah, she is. Don't make me cry. So okay, so let's talk about the website though.
Okay. Because the girls, they set this. We've been for the longest time wanting.
I'm gonna apologize again to anybody that requested
Come on
a
now.
sticker.
What you doing,
I
buddy?
now have given that responsibility to the girls. So they will be mailing, or they'll be getting ready for us to mail out stickers to everybody that requested it. And then they also said that they were gonna handle the website.
Just have them lay down right there.
Sit.
Sit,
Yeah.
Mel.
So, the
Okay, so yes, the girls are handling all this. We wanted to get shirts out there that her brother made for you guys to be able to purchase if you guys want to. We tried going through Should I not even say that?
no, you probably shouldn't. So,
Well, the company we tried to go through turned out to be a complete disaster.
yeah.
So we ended up, the girls wanted to do it, so they set up their own website for us and everything to have all the shirts that we have to put up there on the website if you guys are interested.
Yeah, so we will have our stickers up there, but again, we will send these to anybody that requests. Do you want to hold it? And then we also will have them for sale if you guys want, but for the time being, we do still have some stickers. And if you go on and order a shirt, do you want to hold this up, Carl? If you go on and order a shirt, then we will send you.
Oh, Paige had this nice, she has them all neatly.
Yeah,
folded.
sorry, Paige.
Could have just showed what Daddy was wearing.
Was it back though?
Oh yeah, but
Well, this
not
is
the
the
back. Yeah, that's the back. So, and if you guys don't know, this is a design that Paige actually drew, and then we sent it to my brother, who has a screen print business in New Jersey, and he made these shirts for us.
Yes. So
Um,
his quality is better than we've been through a few different people, and by far his screen, the printing on his shirts lasts longer than the shirts do after years and years of washing.
Yeah, we have shirts that like I'll pull out, and the screen printing still looks really good, but like the shirt has holes in it, like
And
definitely a
then-
rag shirt, but the screen printing still.
what we were
nice.
trying to do is avoid the middleman because he lives in Jersey. So the girls said they would do all of it and they would do all the shipping. So we decided to let them take it over.
Yeah, so they're going to be handling that. So we would like to say thank you in advance for anybody that supports us that way. And obviously, the girls will be getting most of the money. We'll just be getting whatever our costs are, and then they'll have whatever to do with whatever they want.
Oh wow, that's like really delayed.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
really
it's delayed.
delayed. But I think that I did
Yes.
just see.
Money Making Mike G asked where Uncle Steve's print shop is because
Oh,
he needs new shirts for 2021.
Oh, okay. Well, that's in
Yeah,
South
because
Jersey,
he's
right?
a minimum of 24 shirts. And it is, he's 856 number. So where, I want to say
I'll-
Sewell. do I want to say Sil
Yeah,
for some reason?
I think it is.
So hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but he
I'll
did
s-
just move. Yeah, but we'll make sure that we send you the link.
Yeah, we'll make sure we send
Yeah.
you the link. His shirts are really good quality. I think they're Gilded, right? What are they called?
Gildan,
I think
yeah,
Gildan.
but he can get like
Any-
all kinds of the what is it, the stay dry shirts or
Yeah.
the dry fit shirts or whatever they're called. What is your favorite weather channel?
I use the weather app, just the basic weather channel app. It has a radar. I paid for the premium, obviously, because it tells me every minute. It has a little, tells me it's pretty good. The only thing, I've never found an app that tells me the exact rainfall for the day, which I'd like to have. But I usually watch a lot of people on wet because even some of the guys around here that are in lawn care, they don't know what's coming, and I'll be like, hey, do you know we're getting 5 days of rain? And they'll be like, no, I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I watch the weather all the time and watch a bunch of YouTube guys on the weather too.
Yeah, he watches it. I mean, you guys have even, if you've been watching us this season, he's called weather before it's even been coming. You know, like, oh, this many days out, it's a hurricane. And you guys know that we're behind in putting videos up. So he'll be putting a video up that's saying, you know, we're getting a hurricane and we're in a hurricane.
2 weeks later. And
Yeah.
and this year I'm actually going I got a book for the garden and we're gonna write down every day, rainfall, temperature, high, low, and all the different things like that because this is part of a business in the future, so.
And quickly, I actually think that I saw somebody ask if we watched Spencer's Lawn Care. We do watch everybody. We've watched everybody for years and years. It started back with Geek the Freak
Yeah,
Greg.
I used to watch him in our dungeon apartment we used to stay in.
Yeah,
When we first moved here, it was a dungeon.
yeah.
The bottom basement.
So, you know, when he started, and so we watch, you know, Johnny with Blades of Grass. We watch,
Johnny Moe.
yeah, Johnny Moe, One Love.
We don't comment. I try to comment, but usually when I'm watching it, it's on the computer, so it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the bed, and it's hard for me to comment unless I have my phone.
We
But-
watch Ratliff, Family Lawns.
Yeah, I really
we
like
watch
Ratliff Family.
Minnesota.
If you guys haven't watched Minnesota Lawn, Ratliff Family Lawn, I really enjoy them. They're in Tennessee.
Yeah, so if everybody has good channels that they watch, then feel free to put them down below. We don't mind.
Yeah, share the love. It
yeah,
doesn't bother us.
we actually watch gardening channels too,
Homesteading
like
channels.
homesteading channels. So you know, there's even actually a couple big homesteaders in our area that we watch, and I felt starstruck when I saw one at Lowe's. Like I walked past her and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I turned around and I couldn't even say anything to her. I didn't even say anything to her, and I noticed her son. And I came home and I told all the kids if I saw. It was
Yeah, they
pretty
have a
funny.
lot of subscribers.
Yeah, a lot of subscribers, but so that was fun. So I kind of do understand, like,
We watched Stanford Lawns too. I don't know if they haven't put many videos up lately. though,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, you do watch everybody. It's so hard. Vicky and
Yeah.
Mark,
Mhm.
you know, like I know that we're forgetting people that we watch, but you know, we do watch everybody, and we appreciate everybody that watches us.
Yeah, I think we just commented on Spencer's. They just built a chicken coop.
Yeah.
Way better than my chicken coop. Actually, I didn't even finish it. The girls did some of it.
Look at Kayla giving you a look. Is there any
We
other
built it.
Is there any other good comments?
Larry asked if you guys send a letter to your customers at this time of year letting them know about any expected cost increases for the service you're providing them.
So really good idea, because last year at this time we were actually sending out letters that we were
Not
downsizing.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, this is absolutely the time. If not, you probably should have done it last month at the
Yeah,
end of the season.
You don't want to get into a couple weeks before mowing and tell your clients and give them, just out of respect, you want to give them time to go look somewhere else if they want to. I
Yeah.
mean, you're gonna have that. If you raise your price on your clients $5, every client, you're gonna have a couple of them that might try to find somebody else. But if you do really good quality work, and put all your effort into it and they see that, they're not gonna leave. For a
Yeah,
little bit.
and for sure, especially if you're putting out a letter this time of year saying like, hey, we're just gonna be going up, this percentage or this amount, due to cost of living. We appreciate your support and hope that you continue this year. I want to say that probably 95% of the time, if your client is happy, then they're gonna stay with you.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't want to look. They don't want to look again and again for
Especially
somebody that they trust.
Especially now, a lot of people don't wanna.
Yeah. Any other good questions?
Walden asked, as a first-time investor, do you recommend Ferris?
Yes, I do. We're not sponsored by Ferris. or
No, we
anything.
are not
We've never
sponsored.
even talked to Ferris, but at GIE. But I do. When I first bought, my first commercial mower was about 4 or 5 years in the business. I'm not quite sure.
No, it was actually it was in 2012 because we bought it when we.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So the first couple years in business, I did the riding little mower. We bought and decided to invest in a demo, a Ferris Evolution.
Yes.
The worst investment we ever made.
And again, we couldn't buy that till like mid to late season because
It was tough back then too.
we're saving up money to be able to do this. We had 4 kids at that point,
Yeah,
right?
we added another one.
And we so we ended up buying this Evolution.
I used it after, I think it was a couple days, the back tire snapped on it, the axle. The mowing company came and got it. They took the place we bought it from, came and got the mower. They said they were gonna fix it under warranty. They gave me a walk behind, like Geek the Freaks.
As a demo, right?
If you guys know who Geek the Freak is,
Yeah.
the FW35.
Mhm.
They gave me it as a demo. It was brand new, didn't have any hours. It took them all summer to fix this Evolution. Right?
Well, you actually got it back once or twice.
After months, though, I think it took a couple months. I got it back, and it broke after 8 hours.
Yeah.
And the dealer that I got it from wasn't the best of dealers. They're out of business now.
But it broke for a third time.
Yeah. No, second time it broke.
Oh, it was only a second time?
2 times it broke, and the dealer told me, well, when you're doing hills, you have to go back, up and back, up and back the hill like that. And I said, well, I can push mow the mower faster. So I threw a little bit of stink. They came and got the mower, and we talked to Ferris, or they talked to Ferris?
I don't exactly remember because again I was at home with the young kids, but I know
Ferris ended up refunding me back all of my money.
all of the money that we paid for that Evolution, and that was fantastic for Ferris to stand behind their machines like that. That we were sold on Ferris from there. So we did not buy something again right away.
Yeah, we needed the money that they refunded had got us through winter because it was another tough winter. And then I think a couple years later we finally ended up buying.
So then 2015 is when you actually, because he wanted to save up for the walk behind.
And we paid cash for that.
Yeah, he fell in love with that walk behind. So we went and took all the cash that we saved up and went down
$6,400 in South Carolina.
Yeah, and bought his first commercial walk.
And then
behind, so.
since then we haven't had any big issues with Ferris. The dealer, on the other hand, we're not too happy with them, so we're in the process of looking where we can take to get it serviced and stuff.
Yeah, but so we definitely stand behind Ferris though.
Yes.
Ferris, great machines, but again, we are not sponsored.
I
We
know
do
there's
not
more
get paid to
questions,
say
so we
that,
don't-
but okay.
Grasshopper Cruise asked, do you guys use loan agreement forms for your customers?
No. In our 10 years of business, we've never had one client sign a contract.
Are you for real, man?
We haven't.
Wait a minute. First of all, he
Okay,
never did the office
hold on,
stuff.
Mallory
No,
and
sh-
another one. Well, I'm not gonna say her
watch your
last name.
names,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna say her last name. But we tried it 1 year.
Okay.
with the-
No, it wasn't 1 year. So again, he never did the office stuff. He still doesn't do the office stuff. So don't. And now, actually, he does not know this, but Jobber actually has you sign the quote or the work order. So
Yeah, but that's not a contract
But-
to come mow your yard for 42 weeks a year.
we did have agreements in the beginning. They were not yearly agreements. They were just agreements that said we would come mow your lawn for this price, and this is what it would be, or this is how many mows were expected, and this is what you would be expected to pay us. That we requested a 2-week notice if for some reason, but our clients are fabulous and we haven't had to keep up on those contracts or those agreements. I always call them agreements because people get funny when they are signing contracts. When you call it an agreement, they are more likely to sign.
Now,
So
if
Carl just
if
doesn't
somebody backs out and doesn't give us 2 weeks, I'm not going to bill them. We just don't.
We have in the
Not
past.
in the last 6 years, 5, 6.
Kayla,
years.
did you remember billing somebody?
One
that
person. One person, because we went up there, and he
Yeah.
turned around and said, "I'll pay for half the mow."
Right, yeah, because we didn't
Right.
know it, but we did go up there and.
So it was going up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, so I did get a little, like, well, why didn't he tell us that we didn't need to come mow it? And I billed him for the full.
But I don't recommend making your client sign a yearly contract.
No.
It's putting them in a position where they're forced to stay with you if they don't want to stay with you.
But again, everybody's different and everybody's area is different. We're in a good area and we didn't need to keep up with those agreements because, I mean, I have clients that sometimes will send in payments before they're even in place.
Yeah,
So,
because we're a little slow in place.
okay, any other?
Lucy Young asked, what made you decide to move to North Carolina?
We came down here in 2000. What is he?
I don't know. For some reason, we always really loved North Carolina, but I don't think we ever really knew about Western North Carolina until we came on vacation. And then Carl went on, the map and was like, "Oh, I want to go on vacation up into these really, up into these really high mountains." And that's what we did. Is we went on vacation to Bryson City.
Bryson City, North Carolina. I was
Yeah.
looking to see where because I always thought Mount Pocono in the Pennsylvanias was the highest on the East Coast, and then we found this place, and we said one day we're going to move here. And in 2008, when everything took a dump,
I'm
the
sorry.
economy and everything. What do you have?
Mike said the jersey came out in me, and I'm sorry. It does sometimes.
What, interrupting?
No, maybe because you were the agreements.
Oh.
Because
No, yeah, you said something. That's
I'm
why me and
sorry.
Paige were laughing.
I'm sorry. I did not mean for the jersey to come, but I also didn't mean to interrupt you either. But when we were going back to Jersey and how beautiful it was here, we were like, why?
Why are we staying up?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, if a lot of people, if you're from up north and you haven't been down in the south, it's a little slower pace here. People aren't always you don't have to have things done. In Jersey, people wanted stuff done yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I worked for a tree company, worked for a landscaping company up there, but they want it done yesterday. Down here, they're more laid back, especially up
definitely
here in
laid
the
back.
mountains, more laid back. When we first started, people were just happy we showed up and kept coming back. The biggest issue down here when we first moved here is people would show up, work for 2 weeks, and then never come back again.
Yeah.
And we heard it over and over and over again.
I don't want to jump in, but this is actually a good one that I'm seeing real quick. Way back when, did you ever want to call it quits?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Many, many times.
Oh yes,
Many.
especially when he was solo. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. There were many, many phone calls that I got when he was out in the field.
You might have to go put them in the table.
Especially when something broke, like when the tire fell off the lawn tractor or whatever, he would call up just call all the clients and tell them I'm done. That's it, we're
No,
done.
lay down.
Hungry?
So
lay down.
yes.
Come on, come get food.
Sorry,
I don't think you have any in there.
The
Mellow's-
dogs are like, what's going on?
Yes.
Why are you in front of me and not petting me and playing with me?
But yes, many times I did call up Rachel and say, I'm done.
Yeah.
I quit, I'm done. But it's just me throwing a fit. I never gave up, so.
No, he would come home and I would like, smooth him over with like a good dinner or whatever. He'd go out in his garden and he would, refocus himself and
But lately,
we just made it through. We just kept, what kept pushing us is the fact that we were able to make our own schedule. Oh gosh, sorry about Mello. What made us just keep pushing through is that we were able to make our own schedule and we were financially independent. As you guys know, with lawn care and landscaping, you are not capped at a certain amount. We always invested in ourselves and we always invested in our business to be able to make more of a profit and to get those clients that were, willing to pay for our detail.
Yeah, the detail.
If that
the
makes
work.
sense. I hope that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Freeman said, it's hard to judge the weather in the mountains. How do you guys judge driving to another job?
That one's fun.
Sorry.
Answer that one.
A lot of times, honestly, we just get, it's very difficult. Like you said, like it could be raining here and then perfectly sunny in the next town over.
It could be foggy as heck here. A lot of times we don't have the dew burn off the grass until 12,
Yeah.
11, 12 o'clock.
So, again, that is why we like having our own business and it being just Carl and I.
Sorry, I just see the cat attack.
Yeah, we have so many pets, you guys. It's crazy.
Oh, if you
It's
guys
like a
don't know, we
zoo.
have how many? 40-something pets?
Yes.
With my
Ridiculous.
with the addition of my bunnies, I think it's 45 now.
We have
Yeah.
45 pets. Now, most of them are chickens and ducks, but... Well, no, I
Um,
think the dogs outnumber the ducks.
So yeah, so if we get rained out or now if we wake up and it just is really yucky here, Carl will look at the weather map and he'll kind of like try to judge with the radar. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're
Yeah.
wrong,
Like, I'll get up there and it'll start raining, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness.
but
But
we try our
weather,
best.
weather is hard here in the mountains because, like you said, it could be raining 10 miles.
Yeah, 45 pets, it's a little ridiculous, right? I mean, that counts all the chickens.
Yeah, there's
How many
31 chickens, so 31 chickens and 3 ducks.
Yeah,
Um,
crazy.
And don't worry, when we get a farm, I'm sure we'll have cows and other things like that.
horses. Vicky's Outdoors asked, how many weeks is your guys' mowing season?
32.
Well,
On average.
yeah, on average, we tell clients, which was in the agreements that we had years ago, that we would do 32 weekly mowings.
Now, bi-weeklies, but we kind of weaned a lot of them out.
Yeah. Over the years, we have weaned a lot of the bi-weekly because, again, with the weather being so funny, we would schedule somebody at 14 days and then wouldn't get to them
Yeah.
right till like 15,
So then it'd be
16,
and then
yeah.
the grass would get longer and longer, and here it grows. The grass
It grows ridiculously.
You should be on weekly here if you're treating your lawn, if you're fertilizing your lawn, and you want a nice lawn, it should be mowed weekly. I had one client that had me mow every 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, and now that was even years ago. This client he had beautiful fescue, and he did mow all the way through December,
Yeah,
right?
through December, I had to use his push mower. Nice old guy.
And we're finding that to be true. If you grow pretty fescue, the weather around here really, we were mowing some of our clients until December.
yeah,
so.
we
We
just
still
finished
have
up
one-
mowing some.
We still have one more that we have to mow and do a leaf cleanup. Remember? I forgot
And
about
the
that.
lawn, he ended up passing. I think one of my only clients that ended up passing. No, 2 of my clients that ended up, 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
But he ended up passing, and his son took the house. The next year, they didn't treat the lawn. The following year, it wasn't pretty green.
Yeah, so if you guys
It
don't
was
know
weeds,
this,
everything.
yeah, if you do treatments, you have to be so consistent, because the second that you're not,
It can
you
go
know,
downhill fast.
really quickly. Anything else?
Richard Hall asked, is there much difference in the Still 600 and 800 other than weight?
Okay, yes. Rachel tried to say no, but she had to put the blower. She likes the 600. It's lighter. but she had to put it on the other day.
I was like kind of refusing. He like took it off his back and he put it down and he was like, "You want this?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna stick with this one. I can control this one better," I said, and I'm blowing these wet leaves and I'm like, "What am I doing, man?" So I picked up the 800 and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what was I doing?" Oh, I'm sorry. What was I doing with the 600? I don't know.
Now, okay, with the 600 and 800, my recommendations, if you're new starting the business and you don't have much money to spend or you're on a limited budget, I would go with the 600 because that's an everyday use blower to blow off sidewalks.
Or even the 7.
Or even the 700. Don't invest in the 800 if it's your only blower you can buy, unless you're going into September and it's leaf season. If you're just starting in the spring, I would go with the cheaper 600 or 700. The 800 is just too heavy to use every day.
Yeah.
And the side start, it's not. I mean, for the extra $50, I think it's a different tube, like Johnny Moe would say. So maybe that makes a deal. But the side start, unless you're recording all the time, where it was a benefit for me, I could stop it and start it. Not many guys are talking to their clients every day. So there's no point I would see to have it.
I want to go back real quick, and one commander said 32 if no drought, and that is very true. There has been a couple of years where we've had big time droughts here in the mountains, and what we lost July and August.
We lost 2 months. That was a hard year too.
Yeah, that was.
We lost 2 months of mowing where we only mowed 60 something accounts in 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then if it's a really wet year and the grass is growing and it's warmer, it could be more than 32 too. So it's give or take. We usually.
I'd have to look back and see what years they were, because maybe that's why we didn't buy another mower again right away.
It might have been.
I bet you we had to draw out one of those years.
But we tell our clients we don't specifically go every week to our accounts all the time. During a drought year, we cut back on mowing. We usually, most of our clients know we use our discretion. If it's been a drought and no grass has grown, we'll push weeklies to 2 weeks.
Oh, Grasshopper Cruise is going to help a buddy plow at 2 a.m. So.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there. I've done
And
the
thanks
plowing.
for watching.
I've done the plowing in Jersey when I was there, and it's hard work at night, all night long. I wasn't in the truck or the Bobcat. I was the shovel guy. So, and when you're out there all night long shoveling Home Depot parking lots and stuff, it's not fun. It's good money though, really good money.
Yeah. But no, we do not do snow plowing here. The mountains are just too unpredictable,
And
in our opinion, anyway. And we
well,
really only have the one really dependable truck, and we don't want to ruin it with plowing. So.
and not only that, it's a different beast down here with the snow in the mountains. A lot of people say, oh, down south they don't know how to drive, they get an inch of snow. Yeah, on the flat roads down there, and when you're further south. But up here in the mountains, these roads can be treacherous if it's icy and snowy. And to me, it's not worth the risk.
Now, it was a little funny when we first moved here, because even though we knew we weren't going to drive anywhere, we came from Jersey. People went everywhere in the snow. They were 3 inches of snow. Yeah, we're still going to school, doing our normal whatever. Here, you had a dusting and everything shut down.
Yeah.
School, yeah.
Even here, I remember the first year we moved here. They had school closed because of cold. It would hit 25 below zero with the wind chills up here in the mountains sometimes, and they shut school down because it was that cold.
Well, and Stacy probably can, get a little bit more into that. I'm sure he's seen it for years.
And he lives further out west than us.
Where I think that they get more snow, right?
Mm-hmm. He's had more snow than us, I think, this year.
Yeah.
I think he got a pretty good amount that last storm.
Anything else?
R&J Property Management said, do you guys have a minimum cutting price? If
Rocco.
so, what is it?
Yes, now it's 40.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Now our minimum's 40. I think taking on any new accounts going into this season, it might be even a little more.
Yeah.
We might be doing maybe 45, 50. Because we have once you're in business for a while and you get your base of clients, you have that leeway to test the market. And if you're going to take on any new accounts and put more work on yourself, you might as well bump the price up a little bit. Some people will say, well, especially with some landscaping, I don't think we're extremely high on landscaping. But like, my opinion is the client has every right to get 3, 4, 5, 10 estimates if they want. So if they choose yours and you're higher than a lot of other people, they chose you for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, and we've gotten all, like, we've heard, oh man, I can't believe I didn't ask you for a quote sooner. I just, automatically assumed that I wouldn't be able to afford you. And then, like, wow, you guys are like double what somebody else is quoting us. And again, we put out detailed work, and that's just what we try to do, is we try to promote the fact that we're putting out detail. So.
And we're a little different than most businesses. Our clients have 2 owners on the property now at all times, so.
Yeah. So.
Norfolk Southern Rail fan said, when grass season is over, do you do maintenance on the equipment so it's ready for the spring?
We are about to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and clean all the mowers for the last time. We haven't been very good about it this year, but Carl always does grease the mowers. He always, if we are in a real bind and he can't actually take the blades off and actually sharpen the blades, he will at least get under there with a file.
Well, I have
Scrape
one,
out
I
the
have
decks.
one that I always have to sharpen with a file. It never wants to come off.
Yeah.
Bolt the mowers
So
before
maintenance
they-
is like ongoing throughout the season, but tomorrow we are gonna just do like one last
Clean
cleaning.
'em.
Yeah.
grease them.
And we don't do anything as far as like winterizing our machines because
No.
we pretty much use them throughout the season. Even though now we're not mowing or maintaining lawns, we're still like trying to schedule projects
And you guys, if you guys have been watching us the ones that have been watching us for a while, I'm not the best on equipment. I've run over a combi.
oh my gosh,
I've burnt up a combi.
you guys, we figured out
I
how
flew
much he
up
cost
I
us
flew
in
up a
equipment
BR
this year.
700. What else? All kinds of different things, but some of them weren't my fault.
Some of them weren't your fault.
But I do have even maintenance. I have the one I use now.
Yeah.
3, 4 years old, maybe 3 years old. I haven't changed the air filter in it once. I think I took it off once to rinse it with gasoline this year. It's got a bent shaft, and it starts on the first pull. Now it's not high efficient, but I don't like to spend a lot of money on equipment if I don't have to. If it still runs, I'll use it. And Rachel's gonna buy me a new one anyway.
Yeah, you are gonna need a new one.
For this year.
Well, we did just get the combi, and we are throwing around the idea of just getting the trimmer head for that combi so that we have a backup too. But he does definitely need a new trimmer. Anything else?
A lot.
A lot. Sorry.
Bob asked, how is your route density?
Okay, so yeah, it is better now. Our route density was really bad when we first moved here in 2010.
What's wrong with them?
When we first moved here in 2010, we were up in West Asheville, and now we are down, I guess, kind of in South Asheville, you could say, right?
Yeah, furthest south.
To
furthest
make
south
it
end.
easier to understand.
Yeah.
So we're like 30 minutes away from where we first started in 2010. And especially with traffic and everything that we've been dealing with.
So we're better at it now. We were going, man. Our route density when we first started, because we started in West Asheville, was I mean, we'd go 15 miles north, 15 miles south, and now we don't really have. And we want to do it to where we could do it to where our route density is only 5 or 6 miles round. But we have clients up in Asheville that really good clients. We've had them for a while.
Yeah.
And they're just easier accounts.
And it's hard to get rid of clients when you've had them for a long time. So our suggestion to you is, if you are just starting out,
Stay close.
stay tight, stay your route density tight, and be picky. You have every right in the world to be picky and hire the client that you want to hire.
And especially if you're starting this as a part-time gig, you have leeway to take on what you want to take on.
Yeah.
The newer guys who are just starting it out and don't have many finances and are looking for work, they might not have as much leeway, and you got to take on some jobs you might not.
We
want.
understand.
Just
yeah.
try to get what you're worth when taking them on.
Yeah.
Because we've taken on jobs that.
And it's hard to judge time. That's why this community is so awesome. It's hard to judge time. It's hard to, even Carl still sometimes struggles, and I have to be like, come on, man. Now
You're not
you
gonna
know
get
it.
that done
Yeah,
that fast. And I'm
because
like,
he
"Come on."
doesn't realize it. Like, well, I'm gonna spend an extra hour on the details, and you know, he's just saying, well, it's gonna take an hour to do this, an hour to do that. So
You just make sure you get what you guys are worth. You don't want to be out there, because if you aren't getting what you're worth and you're out there busting your butt every day, it is going to make you want to be more likely saying, oh, I'm done, I quit, I don't want to do this, it's not worth it.
Tubby said, Tubby said, Happy New Year's. I know y'all mentioned a fox, but how are the coyotes out your way?
We have them.
yeah,
We
so
haven't seen any here.
I haven't. I have never. Well, we might have saw a coyote that one time, right? Or was that a wolf when we were up in the Smoky Mountains?
Oh, I think that was a gray wolf.
A gray wolf.
I think it was.
So I don't know. We have not experienced. The only thing that we've experienced with the chickens is that we saw the fox the one time, and actually that was the second time we saw a fox.
But we haven't seen it since.
No.
And the chickens get out of their coop every day. There's 4 or 5 running around the yard.
And raccoons. So we did have a raccoon that actually in 2019, October of 2019, a raccoon wreaked havoc on our coop.
Killed a lot of our birds.
Yeah, it kept coming back. We didn't realize what it was. We didn't realize it was a raccoon, and it kept coming back. And it ended up getting a duck, I think, right?
A duck, like 4 or 5 chickens
Yeah.
over time. But then since then we haven't lost.
It
a
got
chicken
all of
or a
our
duck.
original girls. It seems
Yeah.
like that.
Except Hey Hey.
We
yeah,
lost-
So,
And this year we lost 1 chicken because she ran away, we think.
yeah.
She just didn't come back.
But other than that, we try. I think the dogs help with the predators. I don't think that we get a whole lot of predators because we do have friends that live, or friends that did live back behind us, and they had chickens, and they had their chickens eaten all the time. Like
Yeah.
they
all the time.
could never have.
Now there is a guy who has a wildlife cam on YouTube that's right not too far from us, and he's gotten cougars on his, right? Or not
Coyotes.
Coyotes.
He's
Bobcats.
got bobcats,
Bobcats, bear.
bear.
Because we have a lot of bear around here.
Yeah, so that is actually called Wildlife Behind My North Carolina Hendersonville, North Carolina house, I think. So if you guys want to look at that on YouTube, it's
And
kind
when
of
we
interesting.
first came here, I seen more bear than I seen deer.
Yeah,
And now I see more deer than I see bear.
we do. So,
Um,
oh, Sean from Minnesota said he's going. So good night.
Oh, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And have a good new year this year. We all need it this year.
Anything else?
Tom asked if Carl would be able to tell them about his Marine Corps service at all.
So I went into the Marine Corps when I was right out of college. Before I
Right
No,
out
right
of high
out.
school.
Yeah, right out of high school. So before I met Rachel, I
Yeah.
had signed up for the Marine Corps when I was 17 years old.
Man, these answers are all like stories. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you guys wanted
Long
this in the
stories.
Q&A.
Yeah, so I ended up going right after high school. I went to Paris Island, of course, because I was on the East Coast. Went to, right after Paris Island, I went to Camp Geiger for my basic training. And then I came up to Washington, D.C., and I was actually stationed at 8th and I Marine Barracks.
Yeah, in Washington, D.C. That was fun. So all the while, you know, I was back home in Jersey still
And she
finishing
stayed
up.
with me. She was,
Yeah.
and she was actually in high school still.
Yeah, so I was finishing up high school and I was becoming a director of a daycare
And
center.
I had met Rachel 8 months before I left for the Marine
Yeah,
Corps,
so
right?
right before you left for the Marine, and that was so hard, you guys. I fell hard and I fell quick. I don't know why. Maybe because I was only 15. But he went away and Yeah, so when he was stationed in Washington D.C., oh my gosh, we did so much traveling, so much traveling. Like I would go up there and pick him up, and then bring him all the way back to Jersey, and then bring him all the way back. So
And I gotta admit, my dream station I picked was DC because I wanted to be closer to Rachel.
yeah, because it was the
Um,
closest, and so then as soon as he could get out and we could buy a house, we did that.
Yeah, went right into cabinet making.
Yeah, he started working for his uncle, and I had already, become the director of a daycare center, so I was doing that. So
And when I was in the Marine Corps, the years I was in was peacetime. We weren't. So I was when Clinton was inaugurated.
yeah,
So we used to do ceremonies at 8th and I Marine Barracks.
yeah, so it was kind of neat. I went up there. There were parades or whatever that
Yeah.
you were in.
Then I decided to go into the Marine Corps Body Bearers,
yeah.
where we buried.
I
people
got
in
Carl in
Arlington.
trouble though when he was in the
Boot camp.
boot camp.
She would write me love letters.
Yeah, and they would get them. Oh man, they're not nice. If any of you guys are veterans, in boot camp they give you a hard
And boot
time.
camp for me physically wasn't hard and mentally wasn't hard. They break you down and stuff, but I don't know. It wasn't that tough for me.
Wow, Mike has really good route density. All of his mowing is within 11 blocks from his house. That's really good route density.
Oh my goodness, I wish all my mowing was 11 blocks from my house.
Yeah.
Problem is, some of the houses we go to are 11 blocks up in the air, up the mountain.
Larry asked, do you guys ever use part-time help on larger projects? If so, how do you find that type of help?
Haven't since Rachel's been working with me.
Yeah, we really haven't. We had our nephew come down a couple summers, but no, we really haven't. I think that at this point in time, Lawn Commander.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Stacy,
Stacy has
we-
come help us mow.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I was going to say. At this point, I think that what we would do is try to find, other lawn care companies in the area that are willing to help us.
Yeah.
And, just pay them that way. Almost like they're, contractor.
Yeah.
Because they have their insurance, they have everything, and we have everything, and we can pay contractors because we are an S corp.
Mhm.
So, I think we really haven't come across that. If it's a bigger job that we don't think that we can handle, we just let the client know, and we'll refer them maybe to a company that we think can handle it.
Yeah, we
But-
did that to a big project. We turned down a huge landscaping project, and we still do their yard, but we knew we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They want us to do their new house, which is a huge project.
Yeah, so,
So-
I think that I saw that David is watching too. So, maybe David and Stacy should be on standby for next season.
This is a big, the whole
We might need
yard.
some-
I mean, I think they put 30,000 into their landscaping before, and this is all new, fresh start from brand new.
Rachel,
ground.
when are you getting Carl a ride on spreader?
We talked about that. Depending on how the cards fall, as you guys know, we want to buy land and a house first. We've been renting for 10 years here.
So it is not me. Carl is the cheap one. I actually was saying to him that we should have gone and already invested in a ride-on spreader. And he is the one that he wants to pay down the debt that we have so that we can put ourselves in a better position to buy property.
we paid off the.
So he wants to work harder.
We
just
paid
so you
off the
guys know.
stand-on aerator, and that was 0%. And yeah, I could go get a 0%. I can't buy it in cash. There's $10,000 sprayer. So
Yeah.
Look at the recent comment.
what?
What recent comment?
By David Haste.
David,
As soon as he stops breaking stuff.
wait, I got you to fix it though. You fixed her blower.
Thank you, David.
You got to fix it again. It broke. No, I'll do it.
No. So, anything else?
Tyre Grant asked if next mowing season do you both plan on buying a right standard mower?
No, we demoed a right stander before we bought the Ferris.
First, I want to say, again, we have nothing against other brands, mowers. You guys have to pick which mower is best for you and your business, and we always have promoted that to absolutely get a mower and demo it. Make sure you are demoing the mower that you think that you want.
Yeah,
to
for
buy.
your area, and
Yeah.
because somebody has a right might cut different than our area. To
Yeah.
me, the 61 with that Rachel uses, the Ferris, is to me is smoother down hills and doing. We did demo the right, so we can't say we never tried it.
No, we
But
did
the
demo.
controls to me for the Ferris were smoother going down hills.
Yeah.
And it might be because the right has two separate pumps or or one. I don't know. It's something
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
know. I definitely cannot comment on any of that.
No.
But when I was mowing with it, and we do have videos if you look back, and we actually mowed the same yard with the right, and we also mowed the same yard with the Ferris when we were demoing that before we made the decision to purchase.
Now, I would try other mowers just to try them and give my opinion, but I have no intention to change brands
Yeah.
anytime.
And we did say that we actually want to demo the Cub Cadet because our dealer does have Cub Cadet, and we noticed that Cub Cadet is really trying to up their game and try to get back in known as like a commercial mower and not just a homeowner's mower. So yeah, so we're all up for trying different brands, and again, pick the mower that's best for you.
Yes. Demo it. Best.
Yeah.
And try to
Um,
find a good dealer.
Yeah, it is.
It's very hard.
It's difficult
I've
to
been
find
hearing
good.
lately.
It is difficult to find good dealers. Lawn Commander always told us. Stacy always was like, "There's no good dealers," and I think that our dealer was good when they were smaller. They just got too big, and they put like a bigger shop, and they're doing more work. So they're not for just the companies anymore. They're for also the homeowners, which is fine. I'm not knocking that.
But when you're a company, a business running mowing lawn after lawn, you don't want to have to wait 3-4 weeks for
Yeah,
the
you
mower
can't.
to drop at the shop. You
So-
can't. I mean.
So it is nice to always have a backup, and that is what's nice about having our 3 mowers that we have, because if one of the mowers is down, we're not completely out of work.
No.
We can still get something done.
Norfolk Southern Railfan asked, "Are the brakes working well on the truck going downhill in lower gear?"
I think I fixed by the way, with the brakes, we do have a brake box inside the truck that lights up, and it's on 4 now. I don't think we've really gone down any hills lately. We got rid of the one on top of the mountain, right? I don't think we've been going down any big hills lately because we haven't really worked much.
Yeah, since now the other day
Now I have
when
been.
we took it to the dump, we smelled the brakes a little bit. So I don't know. We're
I
thinking
don't think the trailer brakes are working right. all the time.
100%. So Carl's actually gonna have a video coming up too that he has to replace the thing
The
on
jack
it.
in the middle.
Yeah,
The
and then
wiring,
also
I'm
the
gonna replace
wiring.
the whole wiring thing. The lights and everything work on the trailer, the blinkers, everything fine. But every once in a while, when I hit the brake, my thing doesn't light up in numbers. It just has a blank dot on it. So
Yeah.
we're
I think Tim said goodnight. We really do appreciate anybody that watched tonight and took the time. Our answers kind of turned into stories, so hopefully
we're
that's
gonna
what you
try
guys
to
were
do-
looking for.
We're gonna try to do a couple more lives. I know one every year and a half isn't sufficient.
I know that's so bad.
Yeah,
But
Lucy
actually,
wants more.
it wasn't too bad. I mean, we were just always nervous that one of the kids would need something when we were doing
The
this.
dogs.
Yeah, the dogs. Or sometimes if the dogs hear something outside, they'll go crazy.
Yeah, they'll
so-
start barking, and we were gonna do it in the garage, but the garage, the internet, so.
And it's so cold out there.
And
so.
I would like to, if we can get a better booster for the internet in the spring and stuff, I would like to actually do lives out in the garden when we start having stuff really growing in the garden.
Lawn Care Life in Missouri said hi from
Hey.
Missouri.
Is it cold up there in Missouri?
Oh, probably, right?
Yeah. I
Well,
think it
what
is.
Minnesota? We just saw him. He got snow.
Oh
right?
yeah, they're getting hit up in the Midwest. With a
Again?
big snowstorm coming through. I think is supposed to come up through just north of the Ohio Valley. I think.
You can move the brake controller with your finger.
Yeah, there's a button I can
Yeah.
adjust it up and down, and then the degree.
But something's not right with the wiring.
Yeah, I think something's up with the wiring because some days it'll work and you feel the trailer doing it, and then other days it's a dot. And
We
it
actually
doesn't.
were just talking though. We were saying that maybe Stacy would come and help you try to figure out what's going on with the open trailer.
Yeah, I need the axle fixed.
So,
But that's a
so
job. in
maybe
its own.
yeah.
The,
It's
lot of-
been in the 30s to 40s in Missouri, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, we were actually 63 yesterday, 40 something today. Tomorrow's going to be almost 70, and then we're back down in the 40s.
Mark wants us to come on his live stream. That would be awesome. We don't want to mess up anybody's live stream.
We've never did a Zoom before, so we'll have to figure that out. I guess we just click on the link and sit here where we're sitting right now.
I
if we were
know,
on
and again,
somebody's
like-
live, right?
Oh, Ratliff was on here too.
Oh, was he? Is he still
Yeah.
on?
So that's Wes and Mariah.
Yeah,
they're
they're
saying
awesome.
good night now.
They're awesome, Wes and Mariah. Stay safe in that snow. I wouldn't be driving that car in that snow. The storm you guys got caught. You got caught in the other night. Oh man.
The back door on the trailer needs repaired.
Yes.
So yeah, we do have a lot of stuff that actually we're gonna be putting. If you guys don't know, that trailer was bought when we got into the accident with the open trailer in 2018. So we bought this enclosed trailer in October of 2018. So I think that yes, it is time this year we're gonna have to put new wood.
Rachel and a shelf in the back, halfway up before the beast goes under, and I'm gonna put more hooks in, and figure out the weed eater. I'm not gonna buy any racks from any companies. I do have the Green Touch sprayer racks that I gotta screw to the wall.
Yeah.
We do put a lot on our plate, but that's just.
So Rocco said goodnight too.
Good night, Rocco. Stay safe up there. Stay warm.
Yeah, so I just again want to say if we missed your comment, it was not on purpose. This is difficult to see, and we do appreciate all of you guys watching. And hello and good night, and be happy, right?
Or at least try.
So, are there any other good questions or?
Todd wants to know if I'm still gonna help out with the pets when I go to college.
No, she is probably gonna be too far away to help out.
Yeah.
Um,
The closest school that she will, and we're not going to mention schools. There is a couple schools that she is. It's still in our state, so the closest is probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Is that right, Kayla? So, but the school that she's probably going to will be more like 4.5 hours away, right?
yeah, right.
What?
Yeah. So, I think that's probably.
Oh, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel on all the schools that I'm looking at.
Oh, well, so she is looking at, like NC State, Wake Forest.
She was accepted to them all, I think. Except for
ECU.
Wake
I
Forest.
haven't been accepted to Wake, UNC, or NYU yet.
She even got accepted to Ohio State, but she's not gonna leave the state.
Yeah. So-
Rachel would really cry.
No, and Daddy was actually excited about her getting accepted to Ohio State. He's an Ohio State fan. But yeah, a Buckeye fan, right?
Yes.
But she's not going to go that far, and that's more of an art school anyway, right?
No.
Oh, was
Ohio
it?
State is, no.
Oh, I thought it was.
Big football.
Oh, no. Well, I know that, but I was.
I think it's medical, right?
Yeah.
So.
Because that's the field she's doing, medical.
Get the yard stream and we all can come on is what long. So we're not computer savvy like we said before. So we'd have to maybe you guys can.
Can
figure out
you
how to
get the yard stream on the iPhone? Because if you get
I
that,
don't know.
if you guys don't know, that's everything. I only record on the iPhone. That's editing on the iMovie iPhone. That's
Oh,
all.
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
StreamYard is what he's saying. So we'll have to look at that.
Um,
So no NYU. Stay down south. Money making, like G said. And we went to high school. Carl went to Pemberton High School, right? And I went to Shawnee.
Yes.
And then actually, I did my senior, actually half of my junior and senior year, I went to Lenape. So, but graduated from Shawnee with, graduated from Shawnee. So, but yes, we are South Jersey.
So wait, so after we've been here in North Carolina more than we lived in New Jersey, are we then officially North Carolinians?
Yeah, I think that, well, Chase has lived here
His whole life.
his
So
whole
Chase
life,
is a
yeah.
North Carolinian. He
Yeah.
was born in North Carolina, the only one born in the South.
Yeah, and he's like gonna be 9 years old. So, I mean, I think we're definitely considered North Carolina. Well, let's ask Stacy and David. Do you guys consider us fellow North Carolinians?
Now the other ones have lived here more than half their life too. The other kids.
I think last year was half my life.
After, yeah, because you were 7 when we moved here.
So, all right. Well, how long have we been on? A long time, right?
Oh yeah,
An hour and
24 minutes.
Wow, you guys
25
kept
minutes.
us talking for that long. That's awesome. Hopefully, we answered all your questions,
Sorry, I'm looking at Mela.
right? Pikachu Plaza said, "How are you doing today?"
Pikachu Plaza?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a Pikachu up there.
I think I'm happy. Are you happy?
I'm happy. We even got a banana in the background if you guys see what a Santa Claus hat.
Oh, Matthew, is that who you know, Matthew, he New Jersey High School. He went to Deptford.
Oh, okay, Deptford.
I think I might have known somebody that went to Deptford. Oh, Kayla's on here answering questions. Is there anything?
Tyre asked when the best time of the year is to aerate a yard.
September, well, depending on where you're at. Our area is zone 7A we live in. We aerate September, beginning of October. Depending on weather, if it's really hot and dry, we push it off. If it's too rainy, we push it off. But we like to have it done no later than the second week of October.
Yeah, this year we did pretty well. And this year we actually were really lucky. We had really good weather.
Mhm.
So our lawns looked really good this
This
year.
was the best year for growing grass in the 10 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, but yeah, there were some years, like Carl said, I think that actually this spring of 2020, right, we ended up reseeding 2 lawns at our cost, because I think we just got too much rain right after we told them to water and we tell them a watering schedule, but they don't take into account, if we had a monsoon the night before. So,
Yeah.
so
And
we
it's
ended up-
hard. It's harder here when you're on flat land. The water, you get 2 inches of rain. The water sits. You get 2 inches of rain with some runoff. It might be 1.5 inches. Here, a lot of our yards are on hills, so that same 2 inches of rain might only be a 1/4 inch for that ground.
Yeah. That's right. Stacy's wife is originally from Jersey too. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember, I forgot about that though. But yeah, and David moved here too. Wasn't he originally? Who was originally from Massachusetts?
Ted.
Somebody. Oh, okay. So maybe
Ted was originally from Massachusetts.
I can't remember where David was originally from. God bless from Morgantown, West Virginia. Nice.
I've been to West Virginia 1 time in my life, right on the border of Ohio.
Oh yeah. See, David is from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. So is Ted. He's
Yeah.
from up there too.
Yeah, so that's funny. So, anything else? Hopefully we
think
didn't
so.
miss anything, but again, we really do appreciate you guys coming in and chatting with us. This was kind of neat.
So this year, we're gonna go a little more, if you guys haven't noticed, I've been recording a little more of the garden. I'm trying to get more into that this year with showing a little more into detail in the garage of doing all the planting, seed starting.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys enjoy them videos. We don't wanna just be all lawn care. I kinda wanna mix it up as like a vlog. We are kind of a vlog, right?
Yeah.
I guess
I would
you
think
could say
You
so.
are a vlog.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the safest
Vlog,
level?
vlog.
What is the safest level to cut grass without browning the grass? So, we are big how do I want to say it? We say cut as high as you can, as high as you can.
Fescue 4 to 4.5 inches is where we like to cut our fescue.
We really have noticed our lawns that we cut high like all season long, and that's not even like, these are lawns sometimes that we will push, you know, they're weekly mowing, but if it's not growing to be mowed weekly, then we'll push on like 9 days. And they're the lawns that look absolutely fabulous because we keep them at 4.5 inches or longer all season long.
And that's when it's nice to be on top of your weather, because if you do see a drought coming, cut the grass higher and higher. And that way next time you go, you can start lowering a little bit and cut a little bit off each time. That way you're not cutting so much off, and it's better.
I guess we should mention that's for fescue.
Yes.
That's for fescue lawns, or cool season lawns, I think are all probably pretty much the same.
Yeah, we don't deal with any warm season.
Warm season, I think you guys would, like Blades of Grass Johnny, he does warm season, and he mows short, right? Like really short. So, but yeah, we find that the higher you cut fescue, the healthier it looks. The better it fills in, the root systems are better, so.
And you shouldn't cut more than a third off each time, but we all know that's the rule of thumb. But grass doesn't say, hey, I'm only gonna grow this much every week, so you can cut a third off. So.
Yeah. So, anything else? Bye, Mike. Mike said good night.
Good night.
And how long are you guys open for? What? Pikachu Plaza said, love the videos. Thank you very much.
Thanks. We've been open for 10.5 years now in the lawn care business, if that's what you're.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long, but yeah, we've been since 2010. So, and our hours vary every day. Our hours vary every week.
Sometimes we open at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe we'll get out at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That never happens. Don't lie to them.
But we tend to like to make sure everything's going good before we go and go out.
And
to work.
Trayvon said he loved our video, so we appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much.
This is an awesome community.
What made you start making videos?
Ooh, I think I wanted to be involved with the community.
Yeah.
Get involved with everybody else that was doing the videos. I never thought it would get to 8,000 subscribers.
No, I told you he used to watch he would come home, mow grass all day, and still come home and watch people mow. And then we also started watching homesteaders and all that. We kind of got out of watching TV, and that was our nights. Is that we would sit down and watch YouTube. So and he was like, well, I want to get involved in the community. Let's start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, really? I'm like, you're crazy. I'm like, who's gonna want to watch us? Nobody's gonna want to watch us. And
then you guys do, and we really,
I never expected it, and I will say it again and again. And we really appreciate it.
And I gotta say, the best thing about having this YouTube channel is we've gotten to.
That is the best. Just meeting everybody. I mean, like when you have people say, Happy New Year from Puerto Rico,
from like Australia,
from
the United Kingdom,
Canada,
everywhere.
We love you all. Australia, oh my gosh, it's amazing to just hear, and we try to keep it all straight. We really do. There's just so many of you guys, but hopefully we do a good job. And if we don't say it enough, just know that we absolutely appreciate you. We don't want to ever take you guys for granted. That's for sure. So.
Not at all. So I think we're gonna have to get off soon because Mello needs to go outside.
Yeah, he's like, okay, this is enough. Like, I want your attention. No, Happy New Year. Stay safe, and health is wealth. Yeah, that is absolutely.
Yes.
So again, we appreciate all of you, and we hope that you all have a prosperous and healthy 2021. This was fun that you guys came in. Hopefully you all weren't too hungover while you were watching us.
From partying last night?
Yeah.
The boss was partying all night last night.
No way. We do not party. Yeah, with virgin daiquiris. So, but yeah, so we do appreciate you, and yeah. Anything else?
Nothing else.
All right, be happy.
And keep watching the videos, guys, or at least try.
Yeah, and if you guys want to actually start writing some thanks.
What happened?
It stopped connecting.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Be well, Bennett.
Okay. Oh.